Hello, this is Johnny. Today I'm doing a video testing the USB flash drive. This one is a USB ScanDisk 3.0 and this one is a ScanDisk 2.0. This one is formatted as a FAT32 and this one I don't think it is FAT. It's not FAT32, it's EX regular format. This one is a 32 gig, which is also format as FAT32, which is also a 2.0. As you can see right there, it's upside down, but it's a 2.0. Let me zoom in more so you can see. So it's a USB 2.0. Okay, so we are going to test to see if it recognizes the external USB, because right now we know that this thing do not have enough space. Now I'm able to put all three versions of Neo Geo, the Christmas version, the Japanese version, and the international version, all in one system. Now there's 4 games that I know does not work, which I like to put it into the main screen. So right now there's 40 games, and those 40 games is the Japanese edition version, meaning that it's supposed to look like this one. Okay, now United States are selling some that look like this, but is a US edition. So I bought one from Amazon for $87, and it did came with the American version, meaning that the game option had more metal slot. It had less Final Fight. Now the Japanese version have, I think, the full version of Final Fight. Got Final Fight 94, 95, 96, 97. It got all of those. Okay. Now, I noticed that whenever I plug a device into it, the joystick seems to work fine. See, it doesn't go crazy. But if I don't have anything else plugged into it and just the joystick by itself, it go crazy. So there might be some hardware spec that when the person who created this might work on some of the hardware and some of them will not work. So you will be taking a risk if you do a hack on this, okay? Meaning that if you're gonna hack this, just be warned, you cannot undo it, okay? It will give you the exact 40 game, but then you could also add, like I did, I add a full version of Sega Genesis in here. I put the 42 game that's supposed to come with Sega Genesis Mini, and I also added I think 12 more games that I like in here, which is Michael Jackson and Ninja Turtle that did not come with the system, and also this one. Let me zoom in more. See, as you can see now, my joystick is working fine as long as I have something plugged into the either. Right now I have a USB plug into it, okay, like this game, okay, this USB, okay. So what we're gonna do is test the USB from the Final Burnout, okay. Now Final Burnout have like 26 games that are identical. So, and then the rest of them is unique. So what I did is I have the first 26, which is on this system, is not in here. The whole 40 game that came with this this system is not in the Final Burnout. The one that is not, which is not, is part of the Christmas and the international version, those got put in here. And plus I added some Commando and arcade game like Final Fight and all that stuff. Okay, now this game does not work. Turbo 16 I added, it doesn't work, so my next version I'm going to remove that. Okay, so now it's not listening to me again. Press A. Alright, gonna go to USB. This is the last try. I'm gonna try to see if it works with the 2.0 with a SD card. Now this will work with PlayStation 1. This thing I'm putting here. They actually have PlayStation information here, or not this SD card, but this reader that actually work on my PlayStation 1. but it doesn't work here. It actually tell you to put, please insert the USB in port number 2, which is on this side. This is port number 2, but it is not recognizing it. Okay, so let's unplug it and let's plug it into port number 1. Maybe the guy who created this maybe messed up with the port. So let's try both sides just to see. Nope. Okay, all right. So I didn't use a special adapter. I just use the little phone converter like I use for Android. And then over here is a female connection. And like I said, let me show you. I tried the ScanDisk, the 2.0 that is recommended for PlayStation. I create a folder called FBA. Now, if you don't have a folder, when you put it in, it's going to tell you, please create a folder called FBA. And so I'm going to try the port 2 first. All right. See, when you plug it in, the green light show up. See, like there's activity. Okay, so it does have power. It does recognize it. All right, press A. It kicked me out. And that one is it is formatted as FAT32, but it kicked me out. It didn't tell me nothing. Maybe it recognized it, but some reason it didn't want to load anything. So let's try again. Find a USB. It said please insert USB port number 2. Yeah, did not want to work. Or maybe when I plug it, I need to turn it off and turn it back on. So let me try on this side. We're gonna try both sides and the three different USB and see what's going on. See if we could get it working. If we could get this working, it would be so awesome. Meaning that you could play more game, you know, without have to be put it into the system. See, the joystick work much better if you have something plugged into the US port 1 or port 2. But if it's by itself, it go crazy. So don't know. Okay. Come on, please load. Please create a folder called FBA. Now it's not recognizing it. It's saying that please create a folder called FBA. See that? Let's try again. Please create a folder called FBA lowercase, which I already have. And it's lowercase on the USB. So it didn't tell me to put it on port number 2, but instead it told me to create a folder, which I already have created a folder, and the light is still showing blue. Okay, so let's turn it off and let's do the third one. Now the third one is a 3.0. But I did not format it to a FAT32. Maybe that's something I should have done as well with this one. This is a 128 gigabyte, which is a lot bigger than the other two. Well, I think they both are 128. So I'm gonna try on this side as well. And this one doesn't have any light. I don't think that indicate anything. This is a 3.0 ScanDisk, so I don't think it indicate any light. Nope. Okay, so we are going to go to USB. I mean the more icon. Final burnout. USB. Nope, it kicked me out. So try one more time. Please insert into port number 2. Okay, so let's take that one out and let's plug into port number 2. Now I'm wondering if I need to plug the joystick on the other side so that it will recognize that's something I haven't tried. Let's try it. Then maybe it need to have another device plug in so you know which one is port 1, which one is port 2. Alright, let's turn this off because I plugged a lot of different stuff on it. Alright, let's try again. Oh, the joystick doesn't work because I forgot it need to be control. When you plug into port 1, this becomes the main controller, and that one doesn't do anything until you play the 2-player option. Okay, it only allows the main controller to control the selection. Nope. One more time. Yeah, please insert into port number 2. So apparently it's trying to detect it, but it doesn't see it. So there's a possibility, same problem with the control pad, is that you probably have to buy a special adapter. I don't know the special adapter will read the USB because it's only made to read the other controller like PlayStation, and it have description that it supports certain kind of joystick, not all the joystick, but certain kind. And so I wish it would support all the joystick, but apparently only some joystick, non Neo Geo joystick. So you have to buy a special adapter that will support non Neo Geo joystick that maybe will support the USB drive. So if those of you already have it, like Mad Little Pixel, he have one, he could plug this in and test that and let us know right away if it work or not. But you do have to create a folder inside USB called FBA lowercase, same like you do with Super Nintendo, Genesis, and all that stuff. So each of the program, each game you go into will have its own stuff in there. Now, see, they have its own USB. Now the stupid thing is going crazy again. What number I'm in? Yeah, it's going crazy again. Alright, so they all have a USB in here. Let me just get out and go back in, it'll be easier. Alright. Okay, so there's a USB right there. Okay, so each one will tell you to create a folder. This one says please insert into a port 2, which I already have. Yeah, so this is not recognized this USB. So let's plug the one that showed the blue color one, the 2.0. Say this one. And let's try again. Yeah, it just kicked me straight out. Because I want it to tell me, please create a folder called Super Nintendo, you know. Because I tried to... Yeah, I just say please insert to port number 2. I guess you have to plug it in when it's boot up instead of plugging in later. So last try. But just let you know, you notice that my artwork is back. It's because when you plug into a TV, it's supposed to read 2 files. One file, the same picture, it have 2, you have to create 2 of them. So each picture, so if you have 100 games, you have to find 100 picture of each game. Like Super Mario, you have to find a picture Super Mario, the game cartridge, box art. Once you find it, you have to reduce the size. And I have a command that you could one keystroke on the command prompt in the DOS command prompt, window command prompt. You will change all of them inside the folder. So that end with the extension had to be PNG. Okay, so you call Super Mario.png, and then you have to name them, one in the big size, one in the small size. But for some reason, it's not reading that. So when you plug the TV in, it's reading the main icon of each emulator instead of reading each picture. So the person who wrote the program, I really do not know who wrote the program. I just got this from YouTube that they give me the link to download, but there was no description like who wrote it, by who can we contact if we did the test and find out what bug it have. So there's one bug right there. Instead of reading the right picture from big to small, because the TV one, the Revolution, is 260 by 266. Okay, so the screen is wider. The other one is 114 by 78. I wonder, did I tell you that? Is it 266? 260 by 266? Huh. Okay, so let's try one more time. Now Turbo 16 is something I created just for trying to see if it worked, but it didn't work, so I remove it. I don't want to confuse people, make you think that there is Turbo 16 in this this hack. It doesn't come with Turbo 16 or Master System, okay? It doesn't work at all. So if you press the A button, it just kick you back to the main screen. So the emulator does not work. I just started the game instead. It doesn't matter, I just start one of them. See what it say. Yeah, I just said please insert the USB. It didn't tell you to create a folder. The other one, it did tell me to create a folder called FBA, but this one, they just said please insert the USB, which is already in there. It's blue, but it's not recognized. So yeah, you probably need a converter because it does not work directly by plugging in the port. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and finish the image and put all the Neo Geo, the three Neo Geo, the Japanese, the international, and the Christmas version, all three of them, and I'm gonna put it into the final burnout. And then I'm not sure I could put Viewpoint because Viewpoint did not come with the Japanese version, so I'm gonna add to the list so that way instead of 41, 1 to 41 is going to be 1 to 42. Okay, and the 41 will always be the my icon because you cannot change that. If you change that, it doesn't work. Like I try to delete all this and only keep 4 of them, so I have more space to put all the food library. But it turned out that it doesn't work that way. You have the program is written to look for the. Let me plug this in. It's not listening to me. So what it does is that it's looking for that last one, and that last one have to be the last one for the emulator. So you cannot delete all this. You have to keep the same amount, 41. You could add more to it, but you have to keep this one as number 41. So I didn't change the name because I wasn't sure what was causing it not working, so I just kept everything the same name. But I believe you could change that to something else like Neo Geo Mini, whatever. And I changed the picture, so it looked kind of nice. You know, have this. I think that picture looked kind of cool. Those are the new 3 Neo Geo Mini that is coming out. You could pre-order it in Japan. The price is the same like before. It's up there like it first came out. It's not 87. It's like 100 something, 149 I believe, or roughly up there. The price is pretty high. So yes, so you click on that and then you could see all these different ones. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and put all the version in here, final burnout, and then I'm gonna try to put the one that does not work in here, like the Viewpoint and Sonic, the flying one, 2 and 3 that I test on the last video, and also Metal Slot 4. Metal Slot 4 does not work inside the zip file, so I'm going to try to put it outside. So those are the 4 I need to add into this Japanese version. But once I add those 4, I will have to maybe I have to delete the 4 and add the other 4, and then put the one that is so that way. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll delete the Japanese version, the 4 Japanese version from this list, put it into the final burnout, and then the 4 that I know for fact that does not work on the zip file, does not work here, I'll put them outside this list, so that way it will have the same amount, 40 game, and all the Neo Geo game will be here. So this hack that this image that I'm going to give you will have everything you see here except that Turbo 16. Will have everything you see here plus the three Neo Geo Mini in one. So you will why not have one Neo Geo with 3 Neo Geo Mini game in here, meaning that you include all the game that if you was to combine all 3 of them together. Okay, all right, talk to you later. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.